Infinix made a tablet, the XPad. Actually, I thought this was their first tablet, but it turns out that they had one like 9 years ago called the Infinix Joypad. But I bet I can still get away with calling the XPad their first tablet in a very long time. Infinix is looking to get their share of the tablet market, and they are not the only one. Redmi has been doing that recently too. Before now, we only had mostly Samsung tablets in this region. Now, rumor has it even Tecno might be bringing one too. The future is looking bright for consumers thanks to the competition that is coming for tablets. But enough of the backstory, let's take a look at what's right in front of us, the Infinix XPad. And what interests me the most about this is the fact that it appears to be running on stock Android, even when Infinix says it's XOS 14, but it's more stock Android than XOS. More details on that later. Now, the Infinix XPad is an 11-inch tablet that comes in two versions, one with Wi-Fi only and the other with LTE support. So if you need to use a SIM on it, you should be getting the LTE version. This is the LTE version. Now, they are about 30k apart in pricing. The LTE version costs 283,000 in Naira and comes with 8 gigs of RAM, while the Wi-Fi only version comes with just 4 gigs of RAM. They both have 256 gigs of storage, which is expandable by SD card. Now, I was able to get my hands on both versions, that's why I have two here. Now, as far as budget tablets go, aside Samsung's Galaxy A9, this is the only other one that offers LTE version for this region. Redmi's Pad SE and Pad Pro for this region, they are Wi-Fi only. Now, the Infinix XPad comes nicely packaged in a white box with all of its essential accessories. Precisely a pair of wired earphones and a charging brick, which is sadly just 18 watts. Not bad for standard charging, but when you consider it for a tablet with 7000 mAh of battery, you realize you won't be getting any quick boost should you need to. It will take at least 40 minutes to charge this from 0 to 50% if drained. But you can argue it's a tablet with a large enough battery, so that might not be a deal breaker. The XPad also comes with a screen protector pre-installed. A really good one actually, you can't easily peel it off. I tried. I was able to get my hands on the official keyboard attachment for the XPad, but this does not come with the XPad. But I hope we can find one to buy easily. If you have a third-party Bluetooth keyboard though, it works just fine and improves the functionality of the Infinix XPad for use cases where you need to type much. Typing on tablets is just better with a keyboard. There is no mention of pen support, but you should be able to find a generic one that works. Now, Infinix is currently offering this cover case with it when you buy one. It's a fine case and it feels like a combination of leather and silicone. I think the back is silicone, the cover is leather. So that's an added accessory if you are buying one. Let me just fit it in. Fits nicely. Design-wise, it's a fine-looking tablet. It is slim and it weighs just 450 grams. Also 7.3mm thin. The back is matte textured and you'll notice it has a segmented design with the left side having a radial pattern. It comes in 3 color options: frost blue, stellar grey and titan gold. On the display side of things, we have bezels that I'd say is slim and good looking also for a tablet. It's also symmetrical. Now, the choice of white bezels for the titan gold color makes it look more prominent and it looks as though it's huge bezels, but it's actually only because it is white. You can see it looks more subtle on the gray version. So if you prefer that subtlety, you want to get one of the other colors. The display is actually good looking for an LCD. It is full HD with 90Hz refresh rate, which gives you that smooth operation. The resolution is 1200 by 1920. It is solid for media consumption. You can use this to Netflix and chill. And the speakers are really loud. There are 4 of them, 2 on each side. Let's just demo it. For security, the Infinix XPad has just screen lock. There is no face unlock or fingerprint option. This is common with budget-friendly tablets, so no complaints here. Now, on the software side of things, as mentioned earlier, this has the look of stock Android, precisely Android 14, but it also has XOS mixed in. What you see is mostly stock Android. None of the features from the XOS launcher is here, even down to the settings application. There is also basically no bloatware. Now, while this is a good thing, it makes me miss the typical XOS for its features. There's a feature called parallel windows for apps like Twitter that can take full advantage of the widescreen and work like in split mode. Now, I like the whole idea of stock Android, but there's not enough multitasking tools even by XOS standards. With the whole screen real estate we get here, we can't even utilize it for pop-up multitasking or XOS features like the smart bar. You're just stuck with the default Android split screen where you can use just 2 apps side by side. But we get Folax, and it is integrated with ChatGPT. It can carry out the functions of a normal voice assistant, but it takes it a step further, allowing you to use it for activities like some research, instead of directing you to search results from the web. You can also ask it for ideas or have it enlighten you on a particular subject. Let's just do a quick demo. Hi Folax.
I am coming.
Show me how to balance a chemical equation.
Balancing chemical equations is essential in chemistry to ensure that the number of atoms of
Yada. You get the idea. Now, its only limitation is that it does not have access to live data, so say something that happened much recently. But I'll take this over the default voice assistant. Using this day-to-day has been hassle-free for the most part. You can use it conveniently in portrait or landscape mode as you see fit. It multitasks just fine, although I recommend getting the 8GB version if you want to multitask better. It has more memory for multitasking and will also allow you to install a game like Call of Duty Warzone Mobile, which by the way plays fine for the most part, although on low graphics, which is expected because it's a very demanding game and this is a budget device. The 4GB version can't do that based on the game's minimum requirement of 6GB, but it can install other games without problems, the likes of Call of Duty Mobile and PUBG Mobile. The MediaTek Helio G99 powering this device is capable of running these games just fine, allowing you to play at medium graphics settings. Call of Duty Mobile plays well with no issues at medium graphics and high frame rate. PUBG Mobile can play at ultra frame rate with the graphics set to balanced or high frame rate if you prefer to play on HD graphics settings. It performs great and you have X-Boost to help you optimize the device better while you game. For its battery life, I'd say 7000 mAh is plenty sufficient and you won't need to charge within 2 days unless you are using it heavily. Its 18 watts charger will take about 40 minutes to charge it to 50% if drained, but it will take just under 3 hours to charge fully. For its cameras, they get the job done. It's 8 megapixels on the selfie and 8 megapixels on the rear. Generally, you don't really have high expectations from a tablet's camera. It will do okay for video calls and when you just need to take that shot. Just make sure the lighting conditions are ideal. Overall, the Infinix XPad is good value for money, but bear in mind this is a budget tablet that holds up well to the competition and offers some more in value. Here is a summary of its pros and areas where I think it could have been better. It is budget friendly, it has AI integration, the software is clean and not lacking for storage, build quality is also solid. But software features could be better for multitasking. They should add a little more of XOS. I also noticed it has no haptic feedback. Looks like there's no vibration motor here, but that's not a deal breaker because it's actually one of the limitations I noticed with other budget tablets too. Finally, there should be fingerprints or face unlock at the very least. That's all from me on the Infinix XPad. If you got questions, use the comment section. Peace out.